GC here, and we're back with a movie review. Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, or just MI5. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who brought us Jack Reacher last time, and he also co-wrote a lot of stuff like Edge of Tomorrow and Val. He has been working with Tom Cruise for a while. So, who do we have this time around? Well, we got Tom Cruise, Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, a newcomer, Ving Rhames, Sean Harris, Alec Baldwin, and a dude by the name of Jens Holton. But whatever. Anyway, so MI5. This is an actual sequel to Mission Impossible 4, where at the end of Ghost Protocol, there was this thing called the Syndicate announced, and we didn't know much about it, and this movie talks about the Syndicate. And basically, it's Tom Cruise fighting against time again to prove that the Syndicate exists and that he has to stop their plans. And obviously, the IMF isn't backed by anyone after Ghost Protocol. So the CIA by Alec Baldwin tries to shut them down. And he has to work against that clock to shut down the Syndicate somehow and not get caught by the CIA. And all those other people are somehow involved. And that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? Well, first off, holy smokes, Rebecca Ferguson, where did you come from? And you are amazing, and they wrote you so well, and it was just really awesome to see not an Ethan Hunt female, but rather a Elsa Faust who can tackle and own people, and she doesn't need your help. That was amazing. I really loved the shots with her. She was just amazing. The opera house was amazing, and wow, just wow, she was just great. Tom Cruise was Tom Cruise. Though he played a more toned down version, he was more human this time around, though he did go through some you should have died moments a couple of times, but all in all, I would say he's a lot more humanistic this time around. Now, in terms of Simon Pegg, we got the comedy relief right there. He throws in one of those one-liners and really does a great job in setting up the comedy, because he does like, I can't open that door, I don't know what's happening. So a lot of things are from him. Now Jeremy Renner, he was sort of like a lot more screen time in Ghost Protocol, but this time around he's just down playing himself into the admin role where he has to connect with like a CIA. I guess he is the boss of this group. And then there's Ving Rhames, who's just an IT guy this time around, and they're all used well. Alec Baldwin plays the CIA guy, and he plays it well. What is this guy really trying to do? And then we got the dude by the names of Jens Holton, who plays the baddie in this, and he's like the mastermind of the Syndicate. He plays a really intriguing villain throughout the film, I would say, and he was pretty cool until the very end, but we'll get back to that later. So now, in terms of the actual plot, I mean, it was fine. A lot of cinematography was done really well to really drive the narrative. In terms of the opera house scene, it was really great. It was not the know what, but the how. How was things gonna happen? When you have that sort of setup done, it's just really great. And sure, we all seen action sequences done, but it's just that way it was filmed. It was just really fun. And then we also have these action sequences and the bikes. Sure, it's reminiscent of MI2, but they had a twist to it. Rebecca Ferguson involved. And then we have this underwater thing, the hand-to-hand and all that stuff. And basically, in terms of action, it is fine, and it just weaved into the plot really well. There wasn't really forced, like, oh, we need this action sequence done now, and then fit the plot into it. The plot was really loose. I mean, this is just figuring out who the Syndicate was, and it was pretty brutal. And then there was like a repeat bad guy always showing up, and that was really fun. And basically, the acting here is fine, the action is fine, though there are some points where it's just like, yep, that's Fast and Furious physics right there. People should have died, but they didn't. But, you know, it's movies. You sort of forgiving in that sense. And plus, it's Mission Impossible. Now, in terms of the things that were kind of like, more so on the whole practical effects line. If you have been keeping up with the news, they've been putting out YouTube videos about how, oh, he hung onto the side of an airplane for like 8 times and they shot it and we can't, you know, stop shooting until he lands, sort of thing. And there's also, I was underwater for 6 minutes, sort of thing. Like, that stuff was like front and center, getting attention to it. And I was like, holy smoke, 6 minutes underwater long shot? I am totally there. So I'm there, and it's like, wow, you just cut a 6 minute long shot into like bits and pieces of 2-3 minutes. And it's just really sad that you would do that when the shot is done so well. And also hanging out of a airplane is great and all, but it's just like, that sequence was, just wanted more. I just wanted more. Is that so bad in terms of action? Now, in terms of story, I would say the villain, the ending was kind of like, doesn't really make sense here. You build him up to be such a huge guy, and in the end, he goes out like that sort of way. It's kind of like, huh, that doesn't really make sense. But beyond that, Rebecca Ferguson. Just great stuff. I can't wait for the next one. Wonder what they're gonna do. It's just a great franchise. It's kind of interesting that they, you know, changed it around in Ghost Protocol. Though people say 3 was great. I don't know. But all in all, like Mission Impossible 5, Rogue Nation was great to watch. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you have seen Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's pretty much it for this movie review for Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. Out!